Hello everyone and welcome to Rodan Man's Reviews. So today we're going to take a look at the Marvel Select Immortal Hulk. I've also heard this figure called the Rampaging Hulk, so whichever you prefer, Immortal Hulk, Rampaging Hulk, from Marvel Select. So of course this is going to be an unboxing video, so let's get to it. I know how much you guys love the loud sound of me unboxing one of these Marvel Select figures, so let's get to it. So go ahead and pull them out here. All right. There we go. Okay. Toss that aside. And then, of course, we've got our lovely ties that we have on these figures that always amazes me that Marvel Select chooses the packaging that they do for these figures. I don't know. It just seems kind of unnecessary to me, but hey, what do I know? I'm not Marvel Select, so apparently they think it's necessary. So there we go. Okay. And that's done. I just don't dig the idea, and that one's clipped. I just don't dig the idea of sitting here trying to untwist these, so I find it's much easier most of the time. Just go ahead and either cut them with a pair of scissors, cut them with some needle nose pliers like I have here, wire cutters, what have you. Even though those too, but I think that would be a little bit harder, but wire cutter type of tools. There we go. So there he is. Let's pull him on out. Boom. All right. And first thing that you will notice is he is a pretty hefty dude. So I think when I read on the box, he is like 9 inches, 9.5, 9 3/4, somewhere around there. And he definitely has the classic Hulk look about him. As you can see from the packaging, we do have the Cosmic Hulk head, and I'll try and get that close enough. Okay, I think that's not blurry. There you go. So we got the Cosmic Hulk head where he looks like the Terminator, right? And then, of course, we've got fisted hands on the Hulk right now. And we've got a couple of semi-open style hands for him as well. So taking a look at him, let's see how he looks as far as articulation. And one thing I've noticed with these Marvel Select figures, they're bigger, of course, than Marvel Legends figures, obviously. But the articulation, and especially the larger figures, is usually not the same as the smaller figures or the Legend figures. So let's take a look. So we can get his arms out about that far. He doesn't do a 90-degree. Gets them up pretty well, but not quite. We've got looks like a swivel at the bicep, right? So both the joints are kind of tight right now since we just pulled him out of the box. We've got a bend right here at the elbow. Right, doesn't look like a double joint or anything. It's not. We've got another bend, of course, at the other elbow. And as I said, he's new, so yeah, there we go. So he's in his Hulk smash position. We've got, it looks like a cut here at the, yeah, there we go. So we've got a cut at both of the legs. That one's being obstinate here. It's not wanting to turn. But again, new figure, so might need to warm it up a little bit later to get it to move. But we do have a cut at both thighs. We do have a bend at both knees. Doesn't look like a double bend, right? And then, of course, we've got the feet that point down a little bit, but not quite to what we would see in a Marvel Legend or some of the other figures. So looking at and then we have a little bit of an ab crunch. I don't know if you guys can see that. We're kind of back a little bit, forward a little bit, right? It's not It's not that much, though. So, and of course the head goes side to side. Head's kind of looking straight, doesn't really look up to speak of. Does look down, though, so that's cool. I mean, he's the Hulk, so he's going to be looking down on his enemies anyway, right? So we've got all of that, and, you know, for the most part, I really like the sculpt on this figure. I mean, he looks killer. He just looks like you would expect the Hulk to look. You know, he's really got the classic Hulk look. Green with the purple pants, you know. I don't know where Banner found purple pants to keep wearing to bust out of, but anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, I like, if you look at it, the sculpt is fantastic. I mean, it's really good. See the muscles there on the back. Muscles up on the front, and it's, you can tell it's like green, but there's also, if you can see, there's almost like some shading going on, like some wash that they did on it to kind of make it look like there's, you know, the shadows and kind of define the muscles a little more. So that's really cool. Let's take a look. We'll go ahead and pop his head off if we can. Hey, there we go. And we'll put the Cosmic Hulk, the Cyber Hulk head on here. All right. So there we go. So now we've got the Terminator style Hulk head. I mean, I like this head okay. Frankly, I like the, you know, just the regular Hulk head more. But this is cool. It's kind of cool adding for some variation for the figure, right? So Cosmic Hulk. And then, of course, let's take off. We'll take a look at the hands. The hand came off fairly easily. I mean, it didn't look like, you know, when it was in there, it didn't look like it was going to fall out. But it came out easily, you know? So we'll go ahead and put the hands in there. So we've got one hand, that one same deal. It's not, they're not loose by any means. I mean, they're pretty tight in there. But when you want to pull them out, one wasn't all the way in there. So, but when you want to pull them out, they seem to come out with ease. I very much like that. There's too many figures where it seems like the hands either don't want to come out too easily or don't want to go back in too easily, you know, because it's like very tight, or they come out too easily. This Select seems to have the perfect blend of, it stays in there when you need it to stay in there, but when you want to pull it off, boom, there's no real struggle, right? So there we go. So Marvel Select Immortal Hulk, or if you prefer Rampaging Hulk. Definitely a cool figure. Love the paint apps, love the sculpt, love the just the overall design of the figure is very cool. Like I said, I kind of prefer that we've got that little ball peg there kind of moving around. Pop the head back on, so that's what he looks like. That's what the head looks like removed, right? It is a bigger figure, so it's kind of lacking in the articulation department, but what it lacks in that, it more than makes up for in just the overall sculpt, the overall vibe of the figure. Is just really well done. The paint apps are really well done, and he's really kind of probably all of what you want in a Hulk figure for the most part, right? So Marvel Select Immortal Hulk from, of course, Marvel Select. If you get a chance to pick this figure up, I definitely recommend it. I mean, it's really cool. I know he's getting kind of hard to find, so there may come a time where he's just not available anymore. I'm sure that Marvel Select will probably re-release him again in the future if he does become unavailable. I know they've done that before with some other figures, so definitely pick him up if you get a chance to before he's gone. So Marvel Select Immortal Hulk, great figure. Definitely pick him up if you can. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and I'll see you all next video.